Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Grounded. Now, in a previous zipline video, the one that I did, Ziplines for Beginners, I received a comment saying would have been better if I showed how to place the ziplines, as well as how I decided where to place them. So I've got two spots here that I want to go over that with you guys. So right here, I'm over at my base at the bird bath. So I just built this little platform, just took a little piece out of the wall here. And it needed to be high enough, and hopefully it is, we'll have to see, higher than the grass and the weed stems that are growing up here. You can see one right there, but I built a tower off in the distance over there. So we're gonna go ahead and place a zipline here, and it's just gonna be the Zipline Anchor. So you need at least one silk rope, and the silk rope is just to build the zipline itself. That doesn't include the length of the zipline that you're going to need, like I discussed in the last video, to go from point A to point B. So depending on how far that is, that's going to decide how much silk rope you need. Just go get you a ton of the web fibers. Get yourself some spinning machines. Let's see, because I've got some more down here in work right now, so let's check it out. Because I don't know if I'll have enough to bridge these two. Spinning wheel. And over here, there's a lot of orb weavers and stuff by the in the hedge maze, so real easy to get them from here. So let's head back up here and place our zipline anchor. Now, I'm not going to do the wall anchor in this one because I don't need that style of zipline for this particular build. So we've got 5 weed stems here. We got our clay. We've got our silk rope. So we're gonna go ahead and place this. Go into first person mode. So what I want to do is this one is literally just going to be connecting the tower I built over there in the distance to the bird bath, because I don't have a way of getting from there to here. I have a way to go from here over to there, but with zip lines I usually want to be able to go back and forth between all of my bases. So this is the only place I believe right now that I don't have a way to go back and forth between those. So that's why I'm going to place this one here, and you've got to make it visible to the other zip line. So let's go ahead and drop it here. And what's unfortunate is you can't pick these up and replace them like you can with the your stem pallets and plank pallets. So once you put them down, the only thing you can do is either connect the zip lines or recycle them for parts that you're obviously not going to get as many. So we've got this one here. Hopefully it's tall enough. So let's go head to the top of the bird bath. And we're going to zip over to that location. One of the issues with zip lines is that they are great, obviously, but you have to build pretty high for them to be effective. So you need a high point and a low point. So I have this one right here that goes from the bird bath over to my pond base. And you can see how it's pretty straight. It moves super slow. And that one's on the wall anchor here. But I also, this is the one that's going over towards that tower. Actually, this one goes straight to the mushroom base that I built. So I had to get it tall enough to clear everything, which is kind of a pain. So I had to just build up some clay foundations on top of the bird bath here. So we're going to take this one over, and we're going to drop down over by the tower that I've built. And you can see this is from the top of the bird bath, and it's going pretty low in terms of height compared to where it's starting from to where it's ending. And it still goes pretty slow. So until we get some motorized zip lines or something like that, you're going to end up building a really tall tower just to get from one place to another. You can see my pond base tower over there, and you can see the zip lines going to and from that one. So zip lines are great, but they take a lot of work just to get them to where you want. So I do have a lower platform on the zip line, or on my pond base. You can kind of make it out right behind the rose bushes over there. So that's where the one from my bird bath base is going to in terms of the pond base. And then this one, see, like I said, you can see how high up it is going from the bird bath down to my mushroom base over here, and it's still taking a long time. So obviously, the higher you build, from the starting point to the lower you build at for the ending point, the faster it's going to go. So there's the tower that's going to be basically the waypoint for me to get from my mushroom base back to the bird bath base. You can see it's almost as tall as the lasers, but we've got one in the middle, and once we get over there I'll show you guys. So this one goes all the way to the mushroom base, so I'm going to drop down right over here. And just kind of show you guys where this spot is. So it's kind of just a central location. You see the mysterious machine right there. So I just built a tower, weed stems, and grass planks that grow all around here. It took quite a while, but it's not too bad. And I just left it open because I don't need walls or anything on it. This is basically just a tower in between. So see, I built this one right here. This one is coming from the top of my pond base to here, and then from here to my mushroom base, because the oak tree is blocking my path from the pond base directly to the mushroom base. So this one is just basically from pond base to the mushroom base. But I need one a little bit higher to go from this tower to basically be able to go from the mushroom base back to the pond base. So you have to build pretty high up, and you can see we're just about even with where the bird bath base is right now. So I just built a little bit bigger of a platform here just to have room to move it around if I need to. So the goal is to have one from here to go over to my pond base on the lower zip line there, as well as also connecting over to my base at the bird bath, the little platform that I just showed you. And I might be able to make it over to my wall base over there by the grill, but let's just focus on this one first. So we want it to be able to reach both of these. So the direction really doesn't matter when you're placing it, so you'll still fly in. So let's shoot for here. Should be pretty centralized. Get one more. All right, so we built this one. Now fingers crossed. See, it's blocked up top, but you see right here, if you go back, so this is going to show the connection to my zipline wall anchor that's at the top of my base. So when it's going to tell you connection blocked, it will not let you build there. So you have to cycle through, whether you're pressing Q or E, and it'll cycle through all of your other connections. See, the connection is open up here, but like I said, because it's pretty straight, that's going to take a long time to go back and forth on that zip line. So I'm aiming for the one down here. So once you pick the one you want, left click, and then it'll show you the line, and we're going to go ahead and build that. So hopefully you can see this one's kind of going down at an angle, and we should be able to get over there no problem. I also want to connect the zip line to my pond base. That's the one that's coming to the one just below here, a few floors down. So the goal is that's not where we're trying to go. We got one right there in the middle, so we can connect it to that one. It looks like you can kind of see it highlighted right above where it says silk rope. So if we do that, obviously I don't have enough silk rope right now, but that should be good enough to get over to the pond base. So let's see how this one goes back to the bird bath. So we've got a bit more of an angle, so it's going to go a lot quicker. So now I'm able to go basically from my mushroom base to the tower, straight over to the bird bath. So that's basically what you want to do with the zip lines, is basically you're creating faster and safer travel for yourself across the backyard. So obviously going from that tower all the way over here, you have to traverse the flooded zone, orb weavers, wolf spiders, mosquitoes, all those bad guys, and instead we can just fly straight over here. We'll tell you one caveat: if you're coming over here or going to any zipline to zipline, if you get attacked by an aggressive insect like a mosquito for instance, and they hit you while you're on the zipline, you will fall. So definitely make sure you always have a dandelion fiber in your inventory, so if that does happen, then you can float safely to the ground instead of falling to your death. So it looks like this one basically worked out perfectly. So there you go. There's covering how you place them and how you decide where you want to place them. So basically, if you're building different bases and you want to be able to travel quicker, then that's what you're going to do. So making sure that the connection is not blocked is the biggest thing. So try to do a lot of your research, point A and point B, the I-line site, before you build the zip line. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting the resources. You're going to have to recycle it, tear it down, and then start over again. So hopefully this cleared up some of the questions that I had about that last zipline video. Excuse me. If it did, then great. That's awesome, because what I'm trying to do is give you guys all the information about grounded that you need. So this is going to be your one-stop shop for grounded for beginners, intermediate, and once we get this new update, we're definitely going to be hitting that pretty hard with all the information that we can give you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If it did help you, again, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll continue making more grounded videos for you guys. So we'll see you in the next video. Later.